feature that's at the bottom of the screen. If there's any questions that are coming up during the presentation, you can use also the chat feature. I'll cover as many questions as possible at the end of the presentation. We'll have about 5 to 10 minutes to do that. We're going to kick it off today with a quick two-question poll. I just want to get to know you a little bit more and how we can best service you as travel agents. So I'm going to get started and launch it. It's a quick two-question poll. And I see that we've got a good number of attendees today. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here with us. So it's on. First question is, how familiar are you with hosted villas? I assume a good number of you have heard or know about hosted villas. And we're trying to gauge how much assistance you're needing for festive requests. So if you're currently looking for any help with requests, we would like to know. And it looks like there's some of you that would need assistance. So it's going to be helpful for you today, what we're going to share with you in this webinar. All right, so I've got all the results. Thank you so much for that. All right. So here we are. I just wanted to introduce you to our Hosted Villas team. I've got today Patty and Jessica that are here with me, and they're going to say a quick hello, I'm sure.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for being here today and participating.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
We're excited. All right, so quick intro about the team. So as you can see, Jessica, Patty, and I are the faces of Hosted Villas. We are the sales team. We're the ones that are here to assist you as much as possible and you know, provide as quick as possible proposals for your requests, your upcoming requests. Patty and Jessica have been with Hosted Villas for 7 years now. I've joined the team last year in May. I've been in the travel industry myself for over 12 years now. And so I'm involved into the sales side of things, as well as managing our agent partnerships at Hosted Villas. And I love working with those two women. You know, we're really working closely together. They're pretty amazing, caring, you know, people. And that's what is really important about working together. We, you know, truly love working together and have fun as much as we can. So we're also very, you know, quite, I would say, available and quick at responding. So any of your requests, we're trying to have a quick turnaround and at least get in touch, get on the phone. It's more, we really like to connect with you. That's what Hosted Villas is about in the team. So a little bit more about who we are as a company. Some of you are familiar with our brand and who we are. So we have been in the travel industry for quite some time, over 25 years ago. We were created under the Homes Away brand by Butterfield and Robinson in 1990. So we're truly excited about all of our destinations. We've been, you know, adding the Caribbean destinations just about 2 years ago, but overall we have about over 1,000 hand-selected villas and luxury residences in 20 destinations worldwide. So keep that in mind that obviously today we're focusing on the Caribbean destinations for your clients, but we're also all over Europe and most specifically in the Caribbean destinations. And what really is important to remember about Hosted Villas, we are customizing private villa vacations worldwide and really creating those authentic kind of experiences that are one of a kind, really creating the memories of a lifetime, not just a simple villa stay. And we do that by providing our pre-trip planning service, where we do actually recommend places to go, to stay, activities and tours, and we do really customize as much as possible all of our villa experiences. There's not one that's the same as the other, so they're very, very unique and customized villa experiences. So this is what we are about, and we care about putting something that's unique that people will remember. We spend a lot of time trying to get to know your clients. Obviously, we are also paying attention to, we're respecting your relationship with your clients, so we can be as helpful as possible in the customization phase, but we can also leave it a little bit more to you to handle certain things. So keeping that in mind. Another important information about Hosted Villas, and this is where our name is coming from, Hosted, is that we're known for personally hosting our guests in each destination. So we have a good network of local hosts. Those are a good mix of, let's say, a concierge person, a local insider, a guide, someone that's really going to be there for your clients upon arrival until the end of the stay, and helping them to really unlock the keys of a place and really immerse them in the local culture. So something to really push when it comes to working with Hosted Villas, booking a villa vacation with us. So as I mentioned today, we're going to take a little bit of a dive into our Caribbean and Mexico destinations, because those are the ones that are open to North American travelers. So I've listed all of them there except Grand Cayman, because at the moment it's not currently open. Jess, can you tell us a little bit more about Grand Cayman?
Yeah, we left it off the list just because of the really strict entry requirements and quarantine requirements right now. Grand Cayman has shifted their opening dates and that, so they are technically open, but they require a 14-day quarantine in the in the residence. And so all of our villas, or most of them, I believe, are qualified for that. So if you have extended stay requests, sort of a month or longer for the winter season, say, Cayman has been my number one recommendation, just because they're COVID free and they're operating normally, and they're kind of a COVID free Disneyland kind of a feeling once they're out of the quarantine phase, which sounds amazing. So yeah, so it's an option, but we just sort of left it off there because right now we're sort of looking at festive and more shorter term stays, but definitely keep it in mind for those winter season requests.
Do we have an opening date currently? Have they mentioned anything?
They're open now. They just, or I think in November 1.
Yeah, it's November.
I think is their official date. They're only allowing private air in, as well as I think 2 carriers. So I think Cayman Air and British Airways, limited commercial carriers. But yeah, so there's availability, and it's quiet, and everyone else that's there is going to be other long-term guests. So it's going to have a different feel, a different vibe, but I think it could be amazing if they have.
Yeah, I think it's great for long winter stays for people that are looking at staying and maybe working remotely.
Yeah, working remotely. The kids are going to school virtually.
Yeah.
It could be incredible. But yeah, everything's open. The restaurants are open, shops, everything's running and functioning per, pre-COVID kind of space. So
that's awesome.
Kind of
Thank you. Yeah, so as you can see, we have a good number of Caribbean islands, and we've included Mexico as well today. Our inventory is pretty large in Mexico and various regions of Mexico. The 4 different regions we cover: Riviera Maya, Puerto Vallarta, and the exclusive private gated resort communities that are Los Cabos and Punta Mita as well. Other smaller islands that are more some of the finest luxury islands that your clients could experience: San Bart's, Anguilla, Turks and Caicos as well. And we've got some really good, you know, more family friendly, more budget friendly destinations such as Jamaica, Barbados, St. Lucia as well, and the Dominican Republic. So just a quick overview here for you as far as our hosted villas, Caribbean and Mexico destinations that are currently open. Here is another overview, a little bit more about the active cases per destination. When you have clients that really are hesitant, they are a little anxious, they don't know where to go. This is more of a guideline to help you steer them towards the right destination for them. So we have put categories of low, medium, and high for active cases in each destinations that we do cover. So very low or the smaller luxury islands like Anguilla, Antigua, Barbados. So a lot of our actually Caribbean island destinations are within that low range. We're under 300 total active cases. So very, very low. We are looking the medium range. We've got Dominican Republic and Jamaica, Jamaica being the lowest. I believe it's 4,000 total cases as of today. And then obviously Dominican Republic a little bit closer to the 20K range. So keeping that in mind. And also we've listed here some price range per destination, which helps as well, because you might have some clients coming to you with a certain budget in mind, open to certain destinations. So we've put them into low, medium, and high category as well per destination. So that is, you're going to get a copy by email of the recording, so you can always reference to that. And this is the price range in low season before tax. So keep in mind that later in the presentation, we're going to discuss festive pricing and availability for some of our destinations. We can always give you the high season price, but obviously for festive dates, you're looking at doubling or tripling that price point that you see here. So it's really just a range to give you an idea.
This is a snapshot. So of course, all of these destinations are going to have varying entry requirements and, you know, little bits and pieces in terms of when it comes to visiting there. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of them, but please feel free to reach out. We are really in close contact with our local partners and on-site teams, and they're giving us a lot of, you know, good feedback in terms of what's happening and what each destination looks like and all the entry requirements. And it's a fluid situation, so please feel free to reach out, and we're happy to share any of the updated information that we have, so for each specific destination.
Yeah, and this is really like more of an overview per destination, you know, like within each destination. When you look at Mexico, it's a country, the others are smaller islands. So Mexico has various regions. Obviously, all of our villas are located, they're beach, like beach or oceanfront destination along the coast. In each destination, they're not in cities where the highest numbers are found, especially in Mexico. So definitely really great options for almost COVID-free or very safe travels in those destinations. So I hope this helps. And I think there's a question, Marcy, you were asking if you can get a copy of this chart, and yes, you will, because I could actually, you'll get a copy of the recording, so you'll be able to have access to that, and I could send it to you separately by email as well if you'd like. All right, so as Jessica mentioned today, it would take a long time for us to go over each and every single destinations with all the entry requirements. So those are information we can provide to you later on. But for today, we're going to focus on 3 destinations: Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, and St. Lucia. So for the Dominican Republic, I'm going to pass it on to Jessica. She's going to talk to you about all those requirements and what the stay is going to look like for clients in the Dominican. Over to you, my dear.
Yeah, so the DR is one of our more accessible destinations in terms of entry requirements. So they, as of September, middle of September, They did away with the negative test required to enter. They're doing rapid testing in the airports. And a lot of our villas are within the, gated communities or resorts, Casa de Campo and Punta Cana. And so they are taking, very strict measures. And when it comes to the safety protocols, and, following all the safety guidelines. And so they're finding, very low, to no cases within those areas. And, we will want to get travel health insurance for when you're there. And obviously the flights and everything are coming in a regular, regular pace. And they're also doing private flights. They're also accommodating those as well. And like I said, the infection levels, I would say, is medium. It's one of the larger islands, more populated. And so, you are going to see a few more cases there. In terms of our villas, there's really quite a wide range when it comes to size, as well as, in terms of the really high end, super modern, down to, a more traditional style of villa, and, a little bit cozier maybe, as well as price point. So we have a real range here. And so it can really accommodate, a wide range of groups and price points. So, sort of reach out. There is still plenty of availability. And, again, they're being quite flexible when it comes to minimum stay requirements, as well as even price point. I'm finding that people are, owners and our suppliers are being quite flexible when it comes to that. I think they're really trying to encourage bookings in their various villas and resorts. And so, we're sort of benefiting, I guess, from that. And a lot of the villas are serviced. So you're going to find a full everything from full service to at minimum daily housekeeping you're always going to get in these villas, but a lot of them will include chef services as well, butler, and laundress, that type of service. So it just really depends on what the clients are looking for, what type of experience they're looking for. It's a very well-rounded island, as we know. Lots of activities, lots to do. And then, of course, just keeping in mind that with the COVID restrictions, capacities for restaurants and sites and things to do will be limited. And so it's important to pre-book a lot of those things, especially for festive, because even though it's quiet, it's still going to be, fairly busy, considering everyone has to stay a certain distance apart and that type of thing. So, and our local contacts in the area are, they're saying that things are looking, they do have to follow the certain protocols when it comes to, masks in public spaces. The staff have all been, trained in terms of following all of the safety protocols, but overall, they're finding that guest stays haven't been negatively impacted. Everyone's still able to fully enjoy the privacy of their villa. If they don't want to go to the pool, they have a private pool that they can enjoy. They can have meals delivered in. Yeah. So they're really finding that it's quiet and it's been an enjoyable experience in this destination. So so I would say that it's overall, you're going to find some really good value, and we're going to showcase some of the availability still for festive. So if it's a consideration for your clients, then I think it's a good one. Yeah. So I'll pass it back to Aurelie for the other destination.
Dear. Thanks so much. That's awesome. All right, so on to our next destination. I'm going to introduce you to St. Lucia, a very beautiful and unique island that is not as popular, I would say, a little bit more out of the beaten path, but really great for travelers that are looking into adventures. As you can see on those pictures, there's a little bit of everything for everyone in this destination. Beautiful mountains, beautiful exotic beaches. There's lots of hiking that's possible, beautiful sceneries with those waterfalls, zip lining, sailing. It's got it all. The food is pretty amazing as well. It's very well serviced by air. There's 12 airlines in total, getting clients to St. Lucia, and there's 2 major airports. So far, it's has recorded the lowest amount of total of active cases. There's 38 only as of today in St. Lucia. So, you know, I would say pretty much COVID-free island. As far as getting there, some of the entry requirements or a little bit, I would say a little bit more work, because there's going to be some pre-arrival before travel steps to take for clients, but it's also to guarantee the safety of the local population as well as the travelers. So there is a requirement for a pre-arrival registration form that's done online. That needs to be done prior. And there's also a requirement to get a negative test upon arrival, no more than 7 days prior to the arrival date. So that is required to submit online to be getting an authorization letter. They will also request a confirmed reservation at COVID-19 certified properties. And all of our villas have been registered by the Ministry of Tourism. They've been inspected and certified to be within that selection of COVID-19 certified properties. So your clients won't have any problems getting in. It's just doing all of those little steps before getting there. And then obviously temperature check at the airport. Those are pretty much, you know, the standard requirements. As far as health requirements, masks are required to be worn in all public places. It's a little bit more, you know, flexible at the beach, obviously, keeping social distance in mind. And obviously at the villa, I mean, there's no better place to just forget about this whole pandemic and not wear a mask and really enjoy, you know, your own private pool. So those are the things to keep in mind as far as how the experience goes there and how the stay would be impacted. It's fairly similar as what Jessica said for Dominican Republic, all the restaurants with limited capacity, obviously, and stores are open, and beaches as well within social distancing as well. So yeah, it's been pretty good as far as availability for festive. It's already limited, so obviously the New Year's week, as we know, it tends to just be booked up fairly quickly. There's still few places within our portfolio for the week of Christmas from the 19th to the 26th. As far as the inventory of our villas there, we have on our website about just over 30 properties that are listed there. We have access to more properties. So also on a side note, everything you see on our website, over 1,000 villas, but we do have access to much more than that. And in St. Lucia, I'd say half of our portfolio there for properties is standalone private villas. We also have the rest of it, so the other half is within some of the finest resorts on the island, such as Viceroy and Cap Maison. So still private villas within a resort community, which is, you know, great for clients that are families that are looking to have access to those resort amenities, and they also have safety protocols in place for those shared facilities for clients to remain safe. Something to keep in mind for, you know, I would say enjoying the beach kind of experience, sunny, warm destination. St. Lucia, as you can see, the terrain is more hilly and mountainous. So all of those villas will be located more uphill, keeping in mind that it's a short walking, very few are walking distance, but more like a short driving distance to some of the public beaches. So, you know, not necessarily flat as a pancake like Turks could be, where you have just sand, you know, right in front of your villa. That's not that kind of experience. It's a little bit more exotic, and you know, the rainforest and things like that. So keeping that in mind. Actually, here are some of the pictures of our villas. And you can see like what's very like iconic in St. Lucia, those the petit piton and the grand piton. You know, this is just like stunning. I mean, for people that are really into sceneries, that would love the beautiful landscape, this is what St. Lucia is about. As far as properties, the style, we have various style. You can see there's a little like Balinese influence, Asian influence in some of the buildings. Some of them are a little bit more cottage style, and we've got some more modern as well as style when it comes to properties in St. Lucia. I would say a good majority of our villas, as far as the capacity, the size of them, you're looking at 4 to 5 bedroom villas. Those are the ones we have the most inventory for. And the largest one, we have few 6, 7 bedrooms within our portfolio. And all of them will include concierge service on call. We have our local provider there that's able to assist for any of the requests of your clients when they stay at the villa. We include housekeeping, so that's a given whenever you book a villa in St. Lucia with us. Housekeeping, whether it's daily or a few times a week, it is included. And a good number of them actually within the standalone private villas will include a chef service. So really a good value. And I was going to get to that as far as price point, because we're in the medium range for St. Lucia. In the low season, you can actually find get a good 5 bedroom villa for less than 5K a night. So that's, you know, a really good price point. The low season is May to October. So also something to consider. You know, if your clients are a little bit more flexible, they want to avoid the crowds of, you know, the festive season or the winter season. That's also something to look at. And as I mentioned, availability is really good in the winter season. So a little bit more limited at festive dates right now, obviously, because we're seeing a different pattern this year for the festive booking season, where everything is late, obviously, with COVID and all the uncertainty. But I mean, we still have good winter availability. So keep that in mind. As far as the cancellation policy in St. Lucia, it is fairly relaxed outside of the festive season that is typically non-refundable. And we require full deposit at time of booking. Other than that, we are offering up to 30 days, prior arrival date. We can offer a credit or a refund minus a processing fee. So keeping that in mind for St. Lucia, this is for all of our properties there. All right, so I'm going to pass it on to Patty. She's going to talk to us about the beautiful Turks and Caicos. And I hope you guys enjoy all the pictures, because I really want to go right now.
Oh, doesn't it look so beautiful? And as you called it, Aurelie, the flat as a pancake island, completely different from St. Lucia. Most of our villas in the Turks and Caicos are luxurious beachfront homes. So I believe it's Condé Nast that continually ranks Grace Bay as one of the best of the Caribbean beaches. And so we do have a lot of properties that face out onto Grace Bay, as well as Long Bay on the other side. And the island's beaches, they're all public beaches, but as you'll see in some of the later photos, the beach fronts in front of these gorgeous homes make it almost seem private. The beaches are long, they're nice and wide, great for walking, and there's just a lot of nice space there. So we have properties here ranging in size from 1 bedrooms, you know, to suit a couple, right up to large 11 bedroom homes, perfect for large families and large groups. Typical services at the properties include a personalized meet and greet service, housekeeper for the daily maid service, butler, and a 24-hour concierge. Some of the properties do include chef services. And if they don't, we can always arrange that for any of your clients. We can pre-arrange that as well. Those things are often, it's valuable to sort of book those things ahead of time. Best fit for this sort of island, I think just looking at the beach and the sky and the sand, it's for those wanting just a stressless, carefree, relaxing beach vacation. You got the sun, you got the sand, you've got nice lazy days with a really dedicated and careful attention from the staff at these beautiful properties. Nice shallow and clear water, really, really great for young children and perhaps for some older adults as well. So the Turks is currently open to US and Canadian visitors. There is an entry requirement through the Turks and Caicos government. It's again an online portal. So the guests are required to register into this portal. They need a negative COVID test taken within 5 days of travel. They also require proof of medical insurance that covers medical evacuation, any costs associated with quarantining if that becomes necessary, ambulatory care, care at a local hospital, and there's a general sort of health questionnaire. So this information's uploaded. The clients will get the documentation verified, and then the TCI certificate is issued. And this certificate needs to be presented at the time of check-in. So similar to the requirements at St. Lucia. So what does it look like for travelers right now in terms of the villas, in terms of safety protocols? These villa providers here are top notch, and they've got the highest standards when it comes to hospitality and service. And our guests are always the top priority, and everyone is committed to ensuring the safety and the overall well-being of the guests during their stay. Typically what your clients might find at the villa are sanitizing stations. There's spare personal protective equipment if that's necessary. Temperature checks are taken on arrival. Some of the like arrival times and departure times have been slightly altered, allowing for more thorough cleaning from one guest stay to the other. All of the local service providers have been re-vetted by our partners there. The airport transfer service drivers, they clean their vehicles after every group coming in and out of the cars. So, and to Jessica's point too, the staff have all been trained in terms of the safety guidelines and protocols. So they're doing their best to keep the numbers really low on this island. The government is doing a really good job. I think the current number is about 15 active cases on the island, and they want to keep it like that. So just in terms of festive availability, New Year's week, there's a few properties available still for New Year's week. Christmas week is a little more open, and we have properties again ranging from a 1-bedroom, say priced I think about $1,900 a night. We have some availability there for Christmas week. A 4-bedroom home, we have Villa Turquoise, that's still showing available $3,200 a night. And then the larger 11-bedroom Tranquility is showing available for Christmas week as well. That's $40,000 a night, Saturday to Saturday, 7 nights. And then come the winter, you know, if the festive booking didn't work out for your clients, come the winter, the rates drop slightly, and there's good availability there. About the middle of April or so of 2021, the rates drop again. So quite a few different price points to look at. And again, the availability is changing almost daily. So if you're interested in the Turks at all, by all means, give us a call. And we'll get that up-to-date information out there for you. So awesome. I think that's it for the Turks. Thanks, Aurelie.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're gonna dive into the availability for the festive season. I'm sure you've been seeing a lot more requests in the past, I'd say 2 months. A little bit, obviously, we're a little bit behind the trend, the normal times when typically by July, we're already booked up for the festive season. So we are dedicated to work on, any last minute, any upcoming festive requests, because we still have availability. It's definitely still possible. We basically created a list of our favorite properties in various destinations, and we've actually classified them in 3 different categories that we think are relevant to the Caribbean. We've got the beachfront villas, we've got the incredible value villas, and we've got the family multi-generational family properties, and those that we're going to present to you are still available as of today. We'll give you some price point, and those price point are approximate price point before taxes, and they do include your agent commission, which is typically 10%. So just keeping that in mind. I know I can feel the question is going to come. This commission is included.
Yes.
All right. So for the beachfront villas, we've got 3 beautiful properties to share with you today. This Villa Amara in Riviera Maya, a beautiful modern properties with amazing ocean views from every corner of the house. Really open concept, lots of gathering spaces for a 5-bedroom. And it's a great location for clients that are willing to be a little bit more isolated, but still beachfront. It's 10 minutes from Tulum. And there's a cook service that's included for festive dates. It's still available. It's less than $5,000 a night. So really a beautiful property with a pool facing, the beach. It doesn't get any better than this. It's really beautiful. So a good one to keep in mind. In Turks and Caicos, Milestone Villa, right on Grace Bay. I mean,
I can't believe this is still available. It's a quintessential beachfront villa. And it's, the views from not only, that living space, but like some of the bedrooms. You've got all of like the private amenities. You've got like the kayaks and the snorkel equipment, and it's all yours. You don't have to like wait for it to be sanitized, or anything like that. You've got this incredible beach, little slice of heaven right there in front. And yeah, so it's available for Christmas, but at $5,000 a night plus taxes,
it's got the butler and the housekeeper. So we could add the chef service, obviously,
sure,
as an additional service. But yeah, it's still available for Christmas week. So if you have any clients interested, I believe some of you have mentioned you need assistance for festive requests. So definitely consider that one. And we'll be able to we'll be more than happy to send you a detailed proposal if you do have any clients interested.
And just to add to that, I think there were a couple of 4 and 5-bedroom properties in Turks still showing as available for that Christmas week. So Some good options still there.
Yeah.
No, not right now. Sorry, I'm gonna have to call you back.
So the next one that we would like to present today in Punta Mita, so a little bit of a different kind of experience for clients that are looking at having access to resort amenities. This is a 5-bedroom that's huge. As you can see from the pictures, it's over 10,000 square feet. So, you know, fully staffed, 5 bedrooms, really a big open concept, beachfront as well, a huge pool. So it's also good for larger parties. And we're looking at a price point of under 12,000 per night with all the staffs included. So this is a great option as well. And it's still available over festive dates for both weeks. Now on to our villas with exceptional value. We, you know, when it comes to the Caribbean, something that's very specific about Caribbean destinations is having a lot of services that are included and having a whole like crew that's dedicated to your guest stay. And that is an advantage, a big value when it comes to doing private villa vacation in comparison to a hotel type of stay. So we're going to definitely go over some of the values for each property. So this one in the Dominican Republic, Naranjos 10, it's a large property, 7-bedroom. It's located in Casa de Campo, private resort community. So also access to the resort amenities, and it's fully staffed, incredible value, 6,000 approximately a night for such a big, you know, large villa of 7 bedrooms. A little bit more on the traditional side for the decor, and a really a lot of like gathering, lounging spaces here and there. Having dinner together with the family is also pretty amazing.
And full access to the Casa de Campo resort amenities, golf, etc., and it's fully staffed. So having the chef, you know, available throughout your stay is, you know, really valuable, especially with a large family.
Definitely. So as I was mentioning to you, a few large properties that we have in our portfolio in St. Lucia. This is one of them, a 7-bedroom, I believe it's one of our largest one. A short drive to the beach. Definitely a good location. As you can see on the right hand side, that bottom picture, it's raised up on a hill. So really great for privacy. You don't get to see any other villas from any spot within the villa. So really great for that privacy. It's got 7 bedrooms, and the price point that we're looking at is less than $2,000 a night, and it's got the daily housekeeping. Again, we can include more services, but I truly believe this is a really tranquil environment, really relaxing, beautiful property. It's got that cottage vibe to it with the wood, as you can see on the building. So it's really nice, but still modern, like modern touches, you know, obviously. So that's really a nice property that we like. In Jamaica, Rose Cottage is still available. It's located at the Trial Club. And it's like you have your own little resort to yourself.
It's your own resort.
Yeah. Spread out in beautiful gardens, all those buildings, little pavilions, and there's, I believe you said 2 pools, right?
Yeah.
There's 2, yeah.
Yeah, 2 pools, lots of pavilions, so everyone has enough space.
Yeah.
You know, a very short golf cart ride down to the beach and to all the Trial Club amenities. I believe the golf cart is included, and, you know, fully staffed again. So, you know, one of the best parts about, you know, these really good value properties is that, you know, you've got the cook services already in there. So it's sort of an all-in price point, which is always really nice.
Stress-free vacation.
It is.
Definitely less than 5,000 a night for a 6-bedroom fully staffed. It's an incredible value as well. Our next category, we've put together 3 properties that are great for multi-generational stays. So they're larger properties with great bedding configuration to accommodate all the kids, whether they're like younger kids or adult children that want, you know, that can share a bedroom but have their own individual bed, obviously. So we've got Cenote del Mar in Riviera Maya. Riviera Maya overall is really, really great for large properties. We've got a lot of them in our portfolio. So keep that in mind as well. If you have you do a lot of multi-generational families. It's really well located, as you can see on that picture on the right hand side at the bottom. You're right on the beach. You've got your own private pool. It's a large property. It's incredible value, fully staffed. I mean, this one's got it all.
This one spans all the categories.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's
That's right. Yeah.
Great for multi-generational and again, fully staffed. So great value at this property as well. So I believe it's still available. The availability in Riviera Maya, there is still lots available, but it's going really quick. So it's so if your clients are considering it as a destination, Mexico is one of the more accessible destinations. It's
exactly
just like they basically don't have any entry requirements. And if they want to just quarantine and stay at the villa, then this is the place to do it. So yeah,
definitely. We've got a question here from Muriel asking about the prices are in US dollars. Yes, they are. So we can also quote in Canadian dollars, but for the purpose of this webinar, all of the prices that are listed there are US dollars. All right, so on to our next one. In Barbados, availability is quite limited, but there's this beautiful Jamoon Villa that's a 7-bedroom located on Sandy Lane Beach within a private estate. So beautiful property, a little bit more traditional or colonial kind of style, very cozy, lots of beautiful garden with those palm trees and lots of lounging spaces around the pool, and also includes the chef, housekeeper, and laundress. And this is for less than $7,000 a night before taxes in US dollars. So really great, family-friendly property and reasonably priced for festive.
And Barbados in general is quite a nice family destination in terms of, you know, safety wise and, you know, healthcare, things like that. It has an excellent reputation for that. And lots to do. Like there's so much, it's a great surf spot. You can dive, you can, you know, lots of great beaches, lots to do on the island. So it's a really fun destination for families in general. Yeah.
Sure. All right. This next one, I mean, it's the
cream of the crop.
Cream of the top. So 8 bedrooms and there's several pavilions. So really great for multi-generational families because they can, you know, as much as they would want gather and stay together, or they could spread out and just have their own space within their villa. So this one's really particular. It has its own tennis court. So we've had requests for recently. I've had one for tennis court, private tennis court. So we get those kind of requests. So this one is pretty amazing. Have large gym facility as well, and it's right on Grace Bay. A higher price point, obviously, and it's festive season. Turks is always a higher price point. To the point of Patty, you know, those villas that she was mentioning, they were really great. Very well priced property. They're smaller, but in Turks we have obviously higher price points as well as some properties that are a little bit smaller still available and less than 10,000. So just to keep in mind, as a price point for festive in Turks is typically 10 to 15K a night on average. So, there's still some availability for other ones that are less than that.
Yeah. And this one you can add, there's a guest house you can add as well for another couple of bedrooms if need be. It is completely separate. It's just sort of beside, one of these, but there's a hedge in between. So for those in-laws that you want to kind of keep at bay, whoever the black sheep of the family is, that would be perfect for them. So yeah, lots of space on this one to, like you said, have both communal and your own separate individual space.
It's like your
own resort.
It is, yeah. And the extra accommodation brings this up to an 11 bedroom. So nice and large for the larger groups and families.
Yeah.
We've got another question from Muriel. Typically, what are the taxes in those islands? So yes, there are additional, like the pricing that we're referencing here in this presentation is before taxes. So they do vary. Turks is above 20%. Their other Decembarts is 15. So it does vary.
They kind of range from around 11. Yes. I think Barbados is 11.5.
I think it's 11.5.
Like 11 to like up to like 22 or 20, maybe more in Turks. I think Turks is very high. But they range, and we will outline that when we send any options. We'll outline the taxes and any additional fees that are on top of the base rate.
Yes. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully somebody has some clients in mind that, that would be perfect.
Yes. So yes, grab those. Feel free to reach out to us because I know some of you need assistance for those festive requests. So we're more than happy to help you out. Wanted to introduce you to flying private, which is, definitely a trend, becoming more of a trend with this pandemic, and being as safe as possible. On our way to the Caribbean, we've partnered with ExoJet. We're having access to really competitive rates, especially for the Caribbean. It's short flights, so it really is a great suit for your clients that are looking into kind of having an all-inclusive type of package with the private flights. We can refer you directly to our partner, and they're pretty amazing, always available anytime. So let us know if you need assistance with that piece of the puzzle as well. All right, so on to our question and answers. I mean, I wish I could be around that pool with those glasses. Dip my feet in this water and answer all your questions at the same time, but I'll just stay at home warm and cozy for today. All right, so we've got one first question here. What are the booking and cancellation terms for festive and general bookings? Yes. So that's a good question, and you guys are more than welcome to chime in, but I would say overall, our booking terms, we do basically require 50% deposit. That's what we do require overall for all of our booking. As far as cancellation terms, for festive, they're a little bit stricter because this is that's the peak season. So those Caribbean destinations, there's still flexibility around it. We do work on it on a case by case kind of scenario. But obviously because because of the pandemic, certain owners are a little bit more flexible than others. So
we're sort of finding that it's, especially right now, like I'd say, earlier in the summertime, it seemed really flexible because it was like 30, maybe 60 days cancellation. But now that we're within the 60 days and coming up to like 45, 30 days, the next coming weeks, it's really becoming like full payment and oftentimes non-refundable from this point, like from today. A lot of them are going to be full payment, non-refundable. Of course, we will always ask and advocate and try to get, as flexible as possible to try and encourage bookings. The worst that can happen is they say no, but we'll always ask. And then for general bookings, it's usually, again, it's case by case. It varies destination to destination. Some destinations are more flexible than others. For example, a lot of like the Riviera Maya, they're doing like a 14-day cancellation. A lot of them are doing 30 days. And then almost all of them are being really, and hosted villas as well, we're being really flexible in terms of if you can't go because of travel restrictions, like COVID related restrictions, a future travel voucher will be credited to clients. So to use within usually 18 to 24 months. Some of them are 12, but we're pushing for farther just because of the current situation. So again, we're pushing for the as best of, terms and the terms that we can right now.
It's more relaxed. It's more of a relaxed, I would say overall it's flexible, relaxed cancellation policy. It does vary. We have to go with the various destinations and depending on travel restrictions and everything. But there's room for negotiation, flexibility. Also the minimum stays, I wanted to touch on that as well. Now that we're talking about that, is typically for festive, it's higher than your minimum 7 days requirement for most of the destination, but there's also room to negotiate as well for those festive bookings. And also for the winter season, I'd say a little bit more flexible for that time of year than festive. But because of the circumstances, obviously, we can push a little further to try and get for shorter stays. We can definitely accommodate. We've got some really good questions, guys.
Good, yeah, great.
I'm happy to see that. Do you provide unbranded proposals? Yes, we do. And we're actually very excited because we've just launched our new interactive tool, which is a personal trip planner that is unbranded. So nothing showing, hosted villas. You can directly forward that over to your clients. They'll have the pricing. We like to check availability before sending that proposal, especially if it's festive, anything Thanksgiving, because we're still seeing a little bit of Thanksgiving requests here and there. And for the winter season, because those seasons tend to be a little bit more busy. We definitely request availability ahead of time, but we're actually we've just launched it. So we'll have, you'll see in those proposals more of that platform that clients really love, and is showing beautiful pictures of the properties. And we also can give you brochures, unbranded brochures as well, to forward over to your clients directly without any contact of hosted villas, just showcasing the properties and all the amenities and the pricing as well, including your commission. So I hope that answers this question. Can I see availability and prices on the website? I wish, but no, unfortunately, availability changes so often. It is hard for us, and we have a lot of properties. So the availability is on request directly to us. And the prices that are on the website or low season rates, and they're kind of like give you a guideline as to how much the starting price would be per night. But the exact pricing is on request, and we'll put that into our proposals, indicate the taxes, your commission percentage will be there as well. So as many information as possible is being sent to you.
And always ask for, if you think that your clients are interested, and, because the availability can vary, just we'll always ask for like a tentative hold. We can often get one for, 24 to 72 hours. to allow your clients to think about their decision. And then, once they're ready to move forward, we can go from there. So we'll always ask for that as well, just to hang on to that as best we can, just because we don't have live, availability on our site.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Danny is asking about our promoting villas and private jet. Do we have access to any social media photos to promote the villas and the private jet? So if I believe on our website, we do have some great, obviously, pictures. There's a section about our private jet partnership. And on social media, we're going to start promoting a little bit more of that. We could also put a proposal together, like unbranded, with the package. So we can customize and have it all put together for you. But we'll definitely communicate more on social medias to promote the villa and the private jet, obviously highlighting our partnership with ExoJet. That's coming up.
It might be best, Danny, to maybe we need to get in touch with our marketing team.
Yes.
And they can arrange to have, some things, if you wanted to put something together or, work together, collaborate, we can be in touch about that for sure.
Yeah. So Danny, feel free to, I'll definitely actually be in touch with you, and we can provide you with anything that you would need in particular if you have any requests. Or a villa and a private jet. We'll be more than happy to assist you. So for Via, I believe, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right, can we get commission for the private jet booking? So basically it is a referral. So we're sending you to ExoJet that's going to take there directly. So there will be I believe, offering commission directly to you.
Through them. Yeah.
Through them, not through Hosted Villas. Yes. So that's a referral.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of other questions in the chat feature. Let me open that quickly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ines was saying, thank you so much. Excellent webinar. I have to leave. Sorry. I hope to have many families request. Thank you.
We're going to have more of these. So we're going to try and do it on a
regular basis. And we are actually looking at December 9th for our next webinar. So we'll send more information about that. Obviously, you'll receive, first of all, a recording of this webinar. Here is all of our contact details to get a hold of us. You can for sure call us directly to our toll-free number that's listed there. Follow us on social medias at Hosted Villas. And all of your inquiries, you could direct them to info@hostedvillas via email. Again, if you do need assistance on the agent partnership side of things, feel free to reach out directly to me. My email is aurelie@hostedvillas.com, AURELIE. French name, the spelling is different, so I like to mention that. But if you do, I'm more than happy to set up like your own webinar for your agency to talk more about Hosted Villas, our portfolio in various destinations, not just the Caribbean. Available to do that. So feel free to reach out if you have any needs, and obviously share with your coworkers, your colleagues, a copy of this webinar that could be helpful to them. If they do have any requests they couldn't attend today, definitely share. And the next one, December 9th, we're going to talk about our new upcoming US destinations. We're working hard towards that to better service you for the local travels that are on the rise. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about ski destinations as well, and winter season bookings. So that's upcoming.
Great. That'll be the next thing. Hopefully their festive trips will go well, and then they'll want to get away again. So
yes. So thank you everybody for attending today. I really appreciate there was a good number here attending. So it's a good success, and we look forward to assisting you and working closely with you. So you guys take care. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.